FPGA family is going up to 100. So this is the QR experiments that we do
showing here is all the designs.
So we have about 150, 160 designs.
Slotting the total.
And we run them cores from 1K to 150K. We sort of stack them out. Similar to the methodology that's used in UR, rather than building with core and figure out how routing takes you. Industrial strength play where we build a tile. So our current FPGA family is going up to 100. So this is the 150, 160 design.
Slotting the total.
And we run cores from 1K to 150K. We sort of stack them out. Similar to the methodology that's used in UR, rather than building with core and figure out how routing takes you. Industrial strength play where we build a tile. So our current FPGA family is going up to 100. So this is the 150, 160 design.
Slotting the total.
And we run cores from 1K to 150K. We sort of stack them out. Similar to the methodology that's used in UR, rather than core and figure out how routing takes you. Industrial strength play where we build a tile. So our current FPGA family is going up to 100. So this is the 150, 160 design. And we run cores from 1K to 150K. We sort of stack them out.
To prove that, we actually route circuits under 100% line. We have fairly good confidence that we will not hit a wall steadily at all the times coming back. We clearly don't have the resources. I'd love for yourself to try some circuits under 100% line. How does that work? We have fairly good confidence. In a traditional FPGA, you get a placement. We know that you're putting routing to the worst case. And the problem is you don't have a worst case out of it. So you have one spot in the chip where you need more routing, so you have to put more routing everywhere. But in our architecture, we can, during place and route time, dynamically choose where we want the routing and where we want the logic to be done. So we can have a part where some portions have more logic and other portions have more routing. So this is showing that where you see very dense, the blue is the logic, the orange is the routing, and the white's white space. So you can see how it trades off routing and logic based on where you need it. If you have highly related logic that is talking to each other, you can pack it together. If you need to spread the logic apart, you need to get across the chip, you need to leave some space for routing to go through there. We can actually do both logic and routing in the same cell. Because if you have extra connections into the cell, you want to just use them for routing. So this gives us ability to go with a larger dynamic range of density, so we can support with the same fundamental building tile. And we'll show later some data going up to 500,000. We've done experiments up to 1 million LEs using exactly the same tile that we built for that original 150,000 LE space. Other question is, people say, well, I get it can be smaller. How do you keep the speed the same? Well, fundamentally, if you have a smaller tile and flexible routing, then you manage the routing distances by routing less distance. And so your routing delays end up being less because of less metal. We don't push our architecture to optimize for performance, mainly because that's a cutthroat area and it's easier to get started on a more cost functionality space. But we don't think that we will run out of steam if we went for performance. Manage the CAD routing distances by routing nothing fundamental about the architecture that makes it. Your routing delays end up being less because of less metal. And then for scaling, we had a customer that asked us to take an Intel benchmark because we use that to prove that everything would work. Get started on. I believe this was an Intel white paper that was done to show versus if you grew the device by stamping the lines, you would hit a wall where as you get to 90% of the bar. For scaling, we had a customer that asked us to take open core designs, because that hit them out, everything would work. Filled up 4 different cores. This was an Intel white paper that was done to show 75% of the design. Run them through the tool, the device, and looked at them by stamping the lines, you hit a wall where they top 90% of the bar. Basically, we had a customer that asked us to take filled up run different routing Intel white paper that was done to show 75% of the design. Then we went back to the original white paper, to the RTL-to-bitstream FPGA CAD our model called them. We took our 28 and we scaled it to 26 and so really simple. We went back. Again, this is the idea that we were tune the 28 model to have matching performance to a Kintex or an ARIA class 28, and then we derive the area from that size transistor model and show what we get with our architecture. So we have fairly good confidence that we could scale to up to 1 million LEs with this architecture. Obviously, as you do architecture work, you may find things you want to improve. So when we do other architecture, we'll probably make changes to try and improve this.
Jay, what does 90% LE utilization mean in your case? Meaning that if every tile is interchangeable between logic or routing, do you really, what does that even mean?
So we take our top, use X% as LEs, and we post that as the LE count.
And that's, what's that X percent?
Well, we don't tell people.
90% is some.
90% is in of those LEs, how many you actually use. So if I say that this thing has 100,000 LEs in it, it has 1.x times 100,000 tiles, and you can use all 100% of those spec. We essentially put a governor on this.
The 90% heavily depends on the secret percent.
Yes. But this 90%, when we spec our area comparison, we're taking the LE count in equivalent LE. So if you've got an ALM and you said it's 2.6 or 8 or whatever the number is today, then we say, okay, that's your 4-LUT equivalent. We're going to build that many 4-LUT LEs that you can use. So going through synthesis, you can have this many LEs of logic, and we'll place around that.
So for the sake of this discussion, let's say for this custom, let's say our ratio is 2x, so it's 50% internally.
Sure.
So a 500 KLE device would have 1 million tiles inside.
90% means you can use not 450K.
450K of the tiles of the 1 million tile inside, and then we compare our 1 million tiles area to a competitor's 500 KLE device.
Jay, a related question, is that percentage, the secret percentage, constant, or basically, as circuits get bigger, the channel width usually slowly increases? So do you have to change that percentage if you vary the size over a wide range, because that's your technique to sort of get a wider channel?
We're currently using a constant number, but we have the flexibility to change that number if we want to. Much like you can get the field upgrade to your Tesla, where suddenly you have features, we can give you a field upgrade and give you more LEs. Or if there's a software defect, we can give you fewer LEs if we like. We're hoping to not have to recall any LEs, but from our point of view, we wanted to put a safe limit there so that we didn't get into the situation where you're spending all your time fighting with a customer about, I bought this many LEs, I can't use exactly that many LEs. So we'd rather leave some room on the table so that we just don't have to deal with that. And the efficiency is that much that we don't have to worry about that little bit of sort of, is it 50, is it 55, is it 70, is it 75 sort of thing.
Does the software cap you at 100? So like if you need to go to 11, you have to phone up and say how much to go to 11. So seems like a good business idea.
We've introduced a secret knob to turn it up higher that we've given to the field to experiment to see whether customer designs, how close the cliff edge is. But we're not comfortable sort of letting customers choose their own cliff edge. The other thing we did differently, and this comes back a little bit to how we started out. So when the company started out, looking at everything you had to do to build an FPGA, especially a modern FPGA, was pretty daunting. So we said, well, we'll just concentrate on the fabric, and then we'll sell it as a core, because the FPGA is a great thing. And so we spent the first few years going around trying to shop an FPGA core to people to put in their SoC. And so we built our tool flow around just a core with no periphery. And then we learned what everyone should have known from the start, which is no one's going to buy an FPGA core without an FPGA that they get to play with and try and see if it's real. So we went back and started building our own FPGA products. But we